bird eye view, software, and then hardware. So last topic in this section is that perception and sensation. So you can say sensation and perception. So this is the next bird eye view. Because why we are studying this bird eye view, I already told you that we have to know the basic foundation of the subject. Because if we do not understand the basic foundation of the subject, then at the time of implementation we cannot take care of those things which may affect the visual, auditory, or any sense experience. Because if till now you all are in position to say that virtual reality, augmented reality is only to increase the experience of the user through the artificial simulation or artificial scenery or through the artificial processing. So to increase the experience of the user, we have to take care that what are the software which can be utilized to develop that experience, what are the hardware. Similarly, the sensation and perception, why I am saying, because until unless we will not understand how our body make perception according to the sensation. If you see the body is making a perception. Perception means, if you say what conclusion our brain is giving after getting the input through the sensory organs. Perception, you, I hope you all are getting the word. That is just giving a conclusion from your brain that after getting a sensory input, after seeing something, after seeing someone, you are able to recognize, or you are able to say. If you are identifying, then you can take the name. If you are knowing the color, then you can take the name of the color. Same with auditory system also. If you are listening, you can predict the who is speaking. Same way for the taste, you can say what kind of taste it is. Similarly with the smells also. So after the sensation, the perceptions come in picture, and that is always done at the level of brain. So when you are going to make a virtual reality or augmented reality application, then also some sensation will be given and then perception to be created. So these sensations and perceptions should be seamless to the brain in the virtual reality also. So for that, to do the engineering over this, we have to first understand what is happening in actual. So this is our chapter today, that we are going to learn how the perceptions has been created by the human body. And these perceptions are going to be created through the what? Through the your sensory organs. And if you see physiology means what? If you say what are the physical organs which is going to be participated for the sensory organ. So our, if you see, our bodies are totally developed by the nature. Nature is the creator for us. So nature has created our body according to the input and output of the nature only. That is the real environment. So the body is not meant for the engineered VR system. Engineered means what is going to be created by the virtual reality or augmented reality engineers. That we have to understand. What we are going to do by applying artificial stimulation to the senses, we are disrupting the operation of biological mechanism. It means that when we are going to do anything with the virtual reality or augmented reality, what you are going to do? What you are giving to the senses? To distract them, to disconnect them from the real environment, is that artificial stimulation, or you can say artificial sensory input that you are going to give, and according to that is artificial sensory input or stimulation, you are going to disconnect them from the real world. So that you can say you are disrupting the natural process of human body. Natural process of human body. So sometimes what happen, if continuously, as I say the word immersive VR, if we give the continuous VR experience to the user, then what will happen? Your body may adopt the scenario which is computer generated, and then you will completely get immersion in that. So many times, even not VR, our body is our sensory organs is like that. If we are getting input of something continuously, then our body get adopted of that and it become habitual for that. So many times you may see that the students or child, those who are playing lot of game over mobile phone, sometimes they get disrupted mentally. And why it was happening? Because they become very habitual, their sensory organs become very habitual to get those input. Okay, so when we are going to go for AR, we have to take care of these things also, that how really that our bodies are going to work. And sometimes what is happening also, the whatever flaws are there in the VR system. If suppose you make a VR system, a virtual reality system, for giving an experience to the user, and the VR system that you have developed, its process is very far away from the nature, because the way nature is generating the sensory inputs, then how human body perceived it and make the perception. If it is little bit away from whatever VR system you made, it is little bit away, or it is not going to, you can say, similarity of the VR system with nature is not even 60%, then also your body will respond to that. Even there is some lot of gap between the real environment processing and artificial processing, then still your brain or sometime our sensory organ is not going to respond against that. If our body have, because we have our sensory inputs, or our brain have some, you can say, na, restrictions. If continuously you give something like continuously to brain and sensory, then it get adopted to that. But what the problem comes, because you have not responded to the erroneous scenario, or your process, thought process, your brain process, your stimulus process has not responded to that flaw which is existing in the human developed VR system. Then after few minutes, few hours, you start to feel sickness, and that sickness may be of any kind: headache, fatigue, nausea, vomiting. For that, to understand it, let us go through that. Those who are wearing spectacles, number spectacles, if you not wearing a spectacles, and if you are trying to read the articles, if you are trying to watch the movie, you are trying to watch the TV, you feel some sickness. Anyone who is wearing spectacles? Just to share the experience, it is not.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes, sir.
when you are not wearing that spectacle, number spectacle, you are feeling something sickness like thing.
Sir, sometimes headache when we have not wear the glasses for 1 hour.
Yeah. If the numbers are too high, trust me, guys, some people feel nausea and vomiting also. And if they try to watch, or if they try to read, then only. So what is that? Why it is happening? Can anyone? Because maybe your doctor explained you why it is happening. Why some headache, sickness like of thing? When we are not
because
reading, yeah, please.
because we are not used to it, like constantly when we are wearing glasses,
Hmm.
then we have a different state of mind, and when suddenly we remove the glasses, we are not used to it, like
Okay,
we
very
are.
good. Okay, anyone else? Any other perception or response for this? Why we feel sickness? One reason what I feel, that when we are not wearing spectacles and our eye is weak, or you can say the number are there, then our brain need to do more processing to identify, to recognize, to understand, to make the perception. Yes or no? Because if I'm reading a book or article or movie watching, you can see that your eyes are continuously shrinking, growing, and you are trying to focus constantly, and then the perception comes. And if you talk about those who have very high numbers, When they are not wearing spectacles, even they cannot identify the person if they are 1, 2 to 3 feet away from him, 4 to 5 feet. And when the spectacles glasses are very, you can say, it's glasses. If you see that someone whose number is very fatty glasses are there. So in that scenario, in that case, says the perception going to be created after very high processing. It is not going to be very easily. Suppose I am going to read a book, I am watching, I am delivering a talk through this PPT, so the words are there, I am reading very easily, and I'm making my perception very easily. But those who have number, they have to do more tasks. Their brain has to work more harder to make the perception. So that's why they start to feel sickness. And this kind of scenario will arise in VR system also. If you are not going to sorry, if you are not going to, if you will not fix those problem, or you can say the gap between the human visual system, I'm talking about the visual display, that's why I'm taking example of that human visual of system. What is the whole process to take input, and last point is the making perception. If we will not consider, we will not understand, then definitely we do mistake at the time of engineering. At the time of engineering means when you are going to make the system of VR or AR. So that's why this topic is that bird eye view of sensation and perception. We should understand how, and if you have gone through the article and blog, so nowadays the VR system which we have, that is not that much seamless. That's why there is always given a disclosure condition that don't go through that VR system application more than this many hour or this many minutes, because after that you definitely start to feel sickness and your body start to get adapted toward that. And once the body get adapted to something, then to come out from that is very difficult. Reason, our body is very adaptable. So once it get adaptable to something, then what will be happen, you have to come in the nature, you have to live in the real environment, and your body will be now completely adapted to that. So whenever it will come to this environment, then it start to do the more processing, because it will locate, it will want the sensation like that only for which it is adopted. So that's why still our VR system and AR system is not that much seamless. Means the closeness of the engineered VR system and the real environment is still far away. So here we are just trying to understand that what are the those things of sensation and perception. Because of that, if we will not fix it, if we will not address it, then the kind of issue may arise to the user who will use it. That is called as a VR sickness. And under that, maybe headache, dizziness, sometime unconsciousness, vomiting, any kind of thing may be happen. So before to go proceed, I want to play one video for you guys. So let us go through that. Just firstly acknowledge that so yeah, this one is there. So my video is visible. That YouTube link is visible.
Yes, sir. Video is visible.
Just tell me that audio is audible to you. Audio is audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us play from start. It is just a 3-minute video, not more than that. So it is just to take, because sensation and perception is not our cup of tea. Whatever I understand, I will explain, because it is a neuroscience that how the sensory organs take input in human body, neurology comes in picture, receptors, axons, dendrites, then a lot of, you can say, thalamus, so many processes come in picture. So that's why I take it that, so that you can understand little bit more, because it is just for awareness purpose. I am not going to ask any such a question from this, but just to aware. So that's why this video is there from the expertise who has expertise of neurology. So it is of a 3 minute only. So just please take a very serious glance of the video. I'm playing.
Sensation is the process of detecting an environmental stimulus and converting that stimulus into neural activity. The steps of sensation are similar for each of the 5 major senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. First, sense organ.
Little bit fast, very little bit. So I'm just going to put this link also in your chat box. So whenever the lecture get over and you are going to get time today, you can watch it. So if you gone through this video, that then in this video they have only explained that what is the process of our human body to start from sensation to the last process, that is perception, to make a perception. Perception is nothing but, I already said, the conclusionary remark that comes from the brain to identify something, to understand something. For example, I'm seeing something and I can also say that it is far away from me or it is near to me. If I'm saying something, I can say it is depth or it is the surface plane, simple plane, or there is a depth. So these are the auditory also. If I listen someone, then I can, if I identify the voice, then I can say that who person is speaking, from which side the audio is coming. That is also going to be detectable. So the perception, sensation to perception is the just process which is going to be done at a brain level. So when we are going to make a VR system, we have to think about it. And when you guys, many of you may be thinking that how this kind of thing can be dealt at the time of engineering, at the time of development. So guys, the theory always come before the implementation. So many things which we are going to learn, what you are going to study or read in the book of Stephen, so many things is still not implemented. But theory always come first. If you see the DA subject also, the NP complete, NP hard, so many problems are discussed there which is not still not implemented, but maybe in future it will be implemented, so that to make the VR AR more close to the real scenario, real environment, the hypothesis need to be addressed. And as the anyone will start to read it, to write it, and then someone will start to implement it. So right now in so many phases of the AR VR system is over the read and write phase, and as the time is passing, that is also coming to the implementation. Okay, so that's why because of the gap between the engineered VR system and real system, the VR sickness concept is there, that is existing. Just wait. Yeah. So that's why the VR sickness concept is there, and this is because of not you're lagging in your hardware or lagging in your software, because of the understanding of the real processing in a human body through the environment and the processing through the VR engineered VR system. So that's why the VR sickness comes in picture, because there is a gap, and because that gap, the human brain need to work a lot to make the perception. Whenever human brain requires lot of effort to make perception, you will go in the VR sickness, and that can be any kind. Okay, so when we are going to study that how to deal with this, so we have to question some answer that is arises. These are the questions which is arises because of that. How far away does, how through the VR system you can implement it like that? If I'm like in human body, if you are seeing some object, then you can say it is closer to you or it is far away to you. That is very easy to decide. So such kind of things should be there in AR VR system also. Similarly, how much video resolution is needed to avoid seeing pixel? Resolution means that, I hope you are getting number of pixels in height and width. When the pictures or images has been created, then someone definitely decided that what is the minimum resolution to be kept. If below to that you will go, then user will not able to understand. Then they will start to see the pixel. That someone may think, may thought in the past. That's why today we are able to see the pictures. We are not able to see the pixels. These pixels are not visible to us, and that is because of our resolution. Once you can say the resolution is decreasing, the picture quality is degrading. All of you experience it. Similarly, how many frames per second are enough to perceive motion? Means for video, good quality video, someone definitely tested through the human visual system, because the human visual, whatever the system you are making for the, if it is visual display, if it is a visual phenomenon, so according to human visual system, how many number of frames are enough to give the motion? If you go beyond very high per frame per second, then also it is not good. If you are very low, then also it will be not good. So a perfect number is required to give a perfect experience, and in that we have achieved. Is the user's head appearing at the proper height in the virtual world? Suppose if you are giving a virtual display, whatever system it is, according to that system, because when we are watching something or listening something, our human body's position is also going to matter. Same way for the VR also we have to take care. Where is the virtual sound coming from? How you can make such a provision that during the VR interaction also our auditory system can understand from where it is coming? Why I am feeling nauseated? You have to identify while you are going through the VR system, the people are feeling sickness or dizziness or nausea. You have to first identify, and then until unless we cannot answer this question, we cannot implement it. So that's why this question mark has been given here. You have to identify that these are the reason, and then we will go for the implementation. Why is one experience more tiring than another? Because sometimes also experience, maybe you have experience, you are going through a VR application, head mount set or visual glasses are there, someone feel some tiredness and other person does not, because everyone's human visual system or any sensory organs capacity is different. So that also we have to identify, so that I can write a clause over the system that if you are a patient of this, or if you have this kind of problem, or you are suffering from this XYZ disease, then you should not go through it, because that is most. If we say that my system, whatever I develop in AR/VR is only perfectly perfect for every kind of people, that is also not feasible. I don't think that anyone can make such a system which is going to be good and giving the good experience to everyone, whatever kind of people is, whatever kind of issue with their sensory organs are there. So that is also need to be addressed. Okay, so these are the questions which is arising, and these questions are arising because this has been experienced by the user. So whenever we are going to implement, we have to answer this, and after answering it, we have to implement it. Then we can go through the your seamless implementation. Second, to answer this question, what kind of experience we have, what kind of understanding you have, so that you can answer these questions. You cannot randomly answer it. You cannot that randomly answer these all questions only because of you are computer science. No, because human body, we have to understand our brain processing. We have to understand how stimulus received by the sensory organ, then it is processed and transferred to the brain. What are the things come in picture? So many things come in picture from your sensory input to the brain. So we have to understand. So that's why it say you have to understand the basic physiology of the human body to answer this question. You have to understand what are the sense organs and how they are working, and how the neural pathway means neurological. You say neurons are there through which your signals, whatever captured by sensory organ, is transferred or processed through this neuron to the brain. So that we have to understand the key theory and insight of experimental perceptual psychology. Psychology subject is that in which what kind of illusion, because I will go through some example that our body sometimes going to be made fool because of the limitation of our sensory organ, that is illusion. Psychological, maybe you have heard psychological disease. So in psychological disease, what is happening? Some kind of illusion created in the mind. And some percentage of psychological problem is there with all, even that psychologist also. Reason, because of the sensory organs limitation. That can say that some kind of illusion you cannot notice. That is not existing, but you feel it is existing. When this kind of thing is going to beyond the some limit, then someone start to say that person mentally disorder. But if it is in limited manner, then it is fine. I will show some example, and trust me guys, you people cannot answer those questions because of the illusion, that is because of the limitation thought processing that is given by the God to us, and that is mandatory with the human body, because whatever given by the nature, developed by the nature, whatever limitation given to our sensory organ, because it is not like a computer that a very you can say very minor thing can be noticed. Our sensory organs are not going to measure or notice the very minor thing. So many example I will take to tell you. Okay, second, the interference of the engineered VR system with our common perceptual process and the resulting implication or sign. So we have to also see that engineered means developed VR system need to be perceptually very close to the real environment, so that its side effect that may occur can be reduced or can be minimized. Okay, so these are the three things that we should understand before to answer this question. So it's mean that very first thing that we have to understand our human bodies, that how human bodies working. Okay, so for that the two diagrams are there. You how many of you have gone through this kind of exercise? Anyone gone through? Are you able to see these two pictures? Hello guys.
Yes, sir.
So if
Yes,
you are
yes,
able
sir.
to see this you can say is a checker shadow. This is a checker shadow illusion, and this is a Ponjo illusion. Trust me guys, after seeing this picture, you definitely feel that this line is shorter than this line. What do you feel? You are feeling like that? Give your real answer, not through the hypothesis. Everyone will feel when they will see this picture first time, they will definitely see that this B image and this A image. So your answer will be always that the B image length is greater than A. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Other student can answer that our illusion is saying like that, na? The B line is greater than A. All of you agree?
Yes, sir.
But in actual, it is not. But in actual, both the lines are same. A is equal to B. If the length of A is 1 centimeter, then B length is also 1 centimeter. See the effect of visual perception. Because of that, why it is happening like that? If you see this track and this track, the distance between these two tracks is too much, and here if you see that distance between these two tracks is very low. But what you feel here, what illusion is created, that this line is not able to cross these two tracks, but here this line is crossing these two tracks. Are you getting or not? Hello, guys, you are there? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So because of this reason only, that line A is not crossing these two horizontal lines, but here the B is crossing, because the gap between the two horizontal line at this point, if I will say this point is very low, here the distance between two horizontal is very high. That's why it gives us illusion. It is giving illusion that line B, this is I named it B and this is A, that B is greater than it. But in actual both are same. See here, that is the, you can say it is a we are not mental, है ना? Mental तो है नहीं, but still we are not able to see this gap because there is some limitation given to us, to our visual system from the God, so that we cannot be able to identify and notice every kind of thing. Similarly, what you say here in the color A and B, checker shadow, it is different or same? You tell me. The color of A and B.
Different, sir.
Different, but in actual it is not different. It is same. And for this checker shadow, whenever you are getting time, you just search over internet. You will get lot of example of the Ponzo illusion and checker shadow. I will just show you one experiment for the checker shadow that will prove us that A and B color are same. And this is known as, because the shadow of this green color cube is going to be fall over the B. That's why it is showing like that B is lighter than A, but in actual it is not. So go through that experiment of the YouTube experiment. Let us see. Let us see. I have already gone through it. So visible, my screen is visible. And making fool to your brain, that our brain is very thing that you can say our brain is always governed through that what input we are getting. We all say that we are very intelligent, but here where is the intelligence? Why our brain is not applying the intelligence to detect the color of A and B? Why it get under the illusion? Why it is going to not identify the difference of this two line A and B? Why it is saying that one is there? Because our brain is completely based over our sensory. Yes, some chemical reaction is always taking place in brain also, that to make the perception. So both way, the sensory input as well as your perception, both require the perfect balancing to get the perfect perception. In VR, AR, we have to take care. That's why I shown these all kind of things, because our brain can easily go into the illusion, like over the input. And if you are continuously only keep the someone in illusion, what is happening? They declare mental. Sometimes we try to make, if you watch the movie and serial, so you can see that in those movies and serial what the so many times they are making them in illusion. The perfect example of that movie is one Tiger Shroff movie. I forgot what is the name. What is the name of that Tiger Shroff recently, in which they are making illusion to that lady? Anyone remember? That is of Tiger Shroff movie, in that the child of the heroine was missing, and people surrounding to them is try to make illusion continuously in front of that, so that she can declare mental. But later on, hero has cracked down the whole case, and they identify that the heroine was not mad, but people were trying to declare her mental. You remember what is the name of that movie?
Baghi 3, sir.
Baghi.
Baghi 3, yes.
Baghi 3. So in that, if you watched it, what happened with the heroine? That thing happened, na? Continuously they are making illusion. And the illusion is like that, the heroine is saying something but happening something else. And that is kind of illusion created to surrounding of that. And that was created intentionally. Same thing, we have to take care at the time of making the VR AR system also, so that such kind of problems should not arise. That's why we are understanding, that's why we are learning. And it is very because so many immersive VR application has been developed in the world, but still they have not got permission from the government because of so many reasons that may make, because you all should understand that AR VR system can govern the human body, and they can do anything with that perception capability. They can change it completely. They can make their perception govern through that virtual environment, and that is not perfect for the real process. That's why so many application that is immersive applications has not given grant from the government. If you see that, as I said, that we have to answer this question, and for that the very first thing is that to understand the physiology of human body. So for that you should understand what are the senses, that is classification in human body. That is, one is vision is there, auditory is there, touch is there, balance, taste, smell. And for that these stimulus are there, which is just to trigger it. Your whole input which is coming through this sensory organ is going to be triggered. So for the vision it is photon, you can say, electromagnetic energy. Photon is also, when we have studied the physics, that we are able to see, because of this photons are lights are going to collide with that object, and then a refraction take place, and through that photons are coming to our eye retina, and that is also known as electromagnetic energy. Air pressure for audio, tissue distortion when someone is touching you, the only tissue distorted because the some pressure will be there, so because of that distortion will take place, that you feel balance because suddenly our movement is disbalanced, so what we are feeling that we are disbalanced, that is also one kind of sensory organ, because of that it is happening, that you are able to understand that your balance. If you see, so sometimes some neurological problem is there, the people are not able to make their balance, that if they stand, then they suddenly fall down. That is not only because of the physical harm, but because of some mental disbalance also that is happening. That balance is also kind of sensory input. Taste, smell, you all know. So these are the some stimulus through which these things are going to be triggered, and these are the receptor. Receptor is something that converts your stimulus into neural impulse. Neural impulse means anything that will come to your brain will be in form of neural. So through the neural impulse only, or you can say neural wave, then only the brain can understand. So these receptors are the first entity that receive this stimulus. The first time they received by this receptor, the receptor in your eye, photoreceptor you say, or you can say retina. Retina is nothing but is a photoreceptor. That I know, I am telling you, but for all the sensory organ, I don't know what are the name of that. For that, we have to understand the biology. The photoreceptor of the eye is the retina, which is the first entity which receive those photon, and then the images are going to be created. Similarly, for auditory system, mechanoreceptors are there. For touch also mechanoreceptor, thermoreceptors also there, because when someone is touching you or something, you are feeling like that cold and warm. Why we are feeling cold and warm? It is not because of eye, because of nose, because of that is because of touch or tissue distortion, hai na? Because our nose cannot identify the summer or cold. Our eye cannot identify summer or cold. That is through our tissue distortion, or you can say touch sensory organ. So thermoreceptors are also to be used so that you can identify easily whenever we are going in environment of very cool and very summer. We feel that, and we are going to say it is warm or it is cool environment. Okay, so second is the balance, gravity, acceleration receptor and mechanoreceptor, that going to tell us that our balance is perfect or not. If balance is not there, if we are feeling like that we are falling down, so we start to adjust ourselves, and that all thing is going to be done by our vestibular organs in the human body. And last is the taste and smell. But during our learning, our whole agenda will be through this vision and auditory, because I already and so many times told you that these two development and references are available for other lot of experiment and work is going on, and still there is no any you can say conclusionary remark or conclusionary reference, so that I can refer it and I can teach you. Okay, so very few topics are remain in this topic of physiology, that how the my brain process through the stimulus to the perception. That is only thing is remain in this chapter, and after that we have to learn the what is the geometry of virtual world. Geometry of virtual, that we have to start in the next lecture. So today's lecture is totally based on that. What are the phenomena of getting stimulus and making perception? Because in VR AR also you are going to give some sensory input to the user, and then the perception is going to be created by the user. So that is very much to learn, because in the VR AR we are going to change the experience of the user, and we have to change the experience so that it should be seamless, that should not create any kind of problem or any kind of issue to the user, because our whole body is going to be governed through our sensory organ. If you are going to give false input to your sensory organ, then definitely the false output will be there, and you know that the whole process of the human body, human system will be distorted, and that may create a ruckus in the human body, and that may put the human in a very danger zone. That's why that is need to be understand. So still whenever we are making, and we are going to make such application which is going to give a sickness to the user, so your application is not going to be succeeded. because so many hardwares are going to be involved in AR VR, and after wearing those hardware, if the user is going to feel the sickness, then after 5-10 minutes, and maybe after that, no, never ever the user will use that. That's why they need to be learned. And this diagram that is in front of you is just depicting that how the input is going to be captured, how the input is going to be captured by the brain. The dendritis that you are saying, it is nothing but it is the input cells. The axons that you are saying, it is the output, and here you can say that these are cells. So whenever two different neurons are going to be connected, then input will come from dendritis and output will go to different neurons through the axon, and the processing at each neurons take place, and that is take place at the nucleus. That always take place, and that is the whole processing over the brain. If you learn it through the some psychological expert, or you can say neurological expert, they will explain a lot about it. Even a lot of videos are there through which you can make your perception that the dendritis, which is going to connect it with one neurons will give input, and that will become output for other, and then second axon that will going to produce the output for other neurons, and that will become input for other neurons. So this is the whole process that is taking place, and this nucleus always, and each and every neurons also do the processing. And in human body, total neurons are 86 billion, and out of this 86, 20 billions are only for the brains, only for the brain, and that is known as cerebral cortex. That is known as cerebral cortex. And so many animals are also in the world. They all have this cerebral cortex. Some animals have in million, and some animals are having the cerebral cortex very much more than that human. That is right now in human that is 20, but if you see the elephant, the total number of cerebral cortex is 350 billion. So someone may make a one concept that as the number of cerebral cortex is going to increase in your human brain, then its intelligence is also going to be high. But in actual, I also don't have any experimental data or knowledge that elephants are more intelligent than human body or not human, because human have only 20 billion cerebral cortex, but elephant at 350 billion. That I feel that maybe because of the size of that brain, the size of the elephant's brain is way too much high than the human brain. So maybe because of that, I don't think that if anyone know, then they can say these neurons or cerebral cortex is going to show the parameter of intelligence, that as much cerebral cortex will be, that much intelligence will be. I don't think that that is going to be. That is only for the communication of the brain to the other different sensory organs. Because in the elephant, lot of very giant animal body is there, and because of the different parts, maybe they require more than the human body. Because if we compare with lion and other animal, then the human body's brain is much superior in terms of cerebral cortex. But only what I studied, that elephant has more than the human body. If others have also, then I don't know. If you are searching, then you may. So these are the cerebral cortex that is responsible to convey the message of sensory organ to the brain, so that this brain can make the perception. So you can say that if something you say something, there is this functioning over this cerebral cortex, then definitely your perception is also going to be distorted. So this is the importance of it in the human body. And when we are going to make sensory input, so we have to make in this context also, so that our brain is not going to be made full. Okay guys, so for today I think it is sufficient. If anyone want to say anything, anyone you want to share, or anything you want to ask, then you can ask. Because from the next, our bird eye view concept will be over, and we have to study the topic which is known as the geometry of the virtual world. That how geometry need to, because whenever the structures, whenever there is a structure, there is a geometry. So in VR, you all are making the structure in Blender, in Maya, maybe some other tools also. So we have to understand those structure when we are rotating, when we are scaling, when we are performing any operation. So how the geometry of that virtual worlds are, the object is going to change. Okay, so thank you guys. If anyone want to ask anything, then please. Otherwise, I will take attendance and then you are free to leave. Anything you want to share? Anyone?
No, sir.
Thank you guys. So your attendance is done. So you may leave. You may leave if you have nothing to say.
Thank you, sir.
So I have uploaded all the material that I have referred till this. Okay. So you
Thank
can
you,
refer
sir.
to Google Class. Thank you.